Welcome back. In this video, I am teaching about environmental variables in Microsoft Dynamics CR. Environmental variable is one of the useful feature in Power Automate or Dynamics. And by using these variables, we can store any API values or any passwords or usernames or any secrets. And whenever you want to move the values from one environment to other environment, this is the best option to store the values, the variables by using environmental variables. We can store the values, different types of values in the environmental variable like decimal or JSON or two options or text or data source or secret. You can store any one of the type of value in the environmental variable, and you can see in the creation of the environmental variable we have two fields like one is default value and one more is current value. Both are optional, but what is default value is whenever you don't want to change the value from whenever you are moving from pro to dev or test like that, so you want to fix the value, then you can go over the default value. And if you want to change the value from one environment to other environment, then you can use the current value. Let's go to the CRM and see how to create the environmental variable and how we can using Power Automate and how to get the value. Here what I am doing is I am getting one encoded test and storing in the environmental variable and fetching from environmental variables using Power Automate and decoding that value. Let's see how I can do that one. For that one, first I am taking the one encoded test. This is my encoded test. What is the test? You can see later. This is the test value. I am taking it. Just copy it. Whenever you want to create environmental variable, go to make.powerapps.com and select your environment. Mine is marketing trial. So I am selected marketing trial and go to solutions. You can use the existing solution, or if you want to create any new, you can create. I have created LearnNTeach, so I am using this. And if you want to create environmental variable, go to new and more environmental variable. I am storing some encoded value, so I am giving some encode test. And if you want description, you can give, otherwise ignore it. You can see these are the types. So I am selecting test, and this is the encoded test. I'm also giving current value. If you want to ignore, you can ignore, or if you want to give, you can use whatever. I'm giving it. Save it. Now I have created an environmental variable of type test. Just refresh it, it will show. Now I want to use this environmental variable inside the Power Automate, and I want to decode this environmental variable test to find what is the actual value after decoding. So now I need to create a Power Automate. Now I am creating a flow. Go to Cloud Flows, and I'm creating new automation cloud flow instant. Here I am selecting manual trigger. You can create. So here I need to get the encoded value from the environmental variable, and I need to decode it. So for that I need to decode and I need to store in a variable. So I need to create a first a variable. So click on next new step and type variable here. Here you can see set variable, initialize variable. So I am giving name as decoded test, and I'm getting test, right? So I'm giving string and I'm giving default value is empty, and I'm getting the environmental variable definition. Means environmental variable is nothing but environmental variable definitions. There are entities in the CRM. So Microsoft Dataverse. Here I am going with the list rows. I am selecting here environmental variable definition. You can see here we have two types. One is environmental variable definitions and one is environmental variable values. Let's see environmental variable definition. Select it, and I am fetching this one using environmental variable definition. So go to advanced find Advanced find, here you can see I am selecting environment variable definitions, and you can add some columns here. If you want to see default value, you can add default value here, add columns, default value. You cannot get current value here from the environment variable definition. So, okay. And display name contains our something encode test something. So I'm giving encode test. Let's see. Yeah, our thing is encoded test. So now I need to fetch this XML. So download fetch XML, open from notepad or something and copy. And after copying it, you need to go to Power Automate and paste it in the fetch XML query. No need to change anything. So now we got the environment variable definitions. Now we need to get the environmental value of this definition. So for that we are getting the list row. So we need to get each one of the environment variable definition which contains name as encode test. So for this we need to go to apply each. Whenever you are getting multiple records, you need to use apply to each to get the each record. So type value here. Now I got environment variable definitions. Now from environment definitions I need to get environment variable value. So Microsoft data versi list rows. Here you need to set the environmental variable value to get the current value of the environmental variable. And again we need to get the fetch XML query of this environmental variable values. So for that one, you need to go to environment variable values here and give environmental variable value equal to our one is encode test. So select encode test here, download fetch XML, and you can see result. This is our encoded test. So open it and copy the existing fetch XML. And you need to copy this one into fetch XML query, and you need to you can remove this UI name and UI type. No need of this two. And you need to replace this one as a dynamic. So for that one, I need to get the environmental variable ID from the above one. So that is nothing but this is the one. So you can see it get some ID. So this is the one we need to map. So now we are getting the environmental value variable values. So after that again we need to go to apply to each, means we are getting multiple records, means we are using list of rows, right? So apply to each, and here we need to select the value from list rows 2. Okay, now we need to get the decoded value of that one. So for that one I am using the variable we already initialized above, so we are setting the value for that one. So set variable and decoded test. Here we need to get value. You can see in the advanced find. Here we have stored the value inside environment variable values. So we need to get this value and we need to decode it. For that one, first we need to get the values. Let's see. I am getting value here. Let's type value. You can see here we have value list of titles, but this is not that one. This is this one. So go to down here. You can see one of them is called value. So this is the value. So we need to copy this. Just copy it and remove this, and you need to go to expression and type decode base 64. Here I have used encoded base 64 value, so that's why I am using the decode base 64 and just paste that value here, and you can press OK. You can see it was showing invalid expression, so we need to remove these items from here. Here just remove this at the rate and the two braces. Go to end and remove this one. Click on OK. Now our Power Automate is ready. Let's save it and run it and test it. Are you getting decoded value of that one or not? Now our Power Automate is saved. Just open it. This is an instant flow. You can just click on run, it will run. Before that, I will show you. This is our encoded test. But what is the actual value means? Learn and teach. So if we, now we are decoding, right? We need to get this value. Let's see, are you getting this value or not? Click on run. Now our Power Automate is running. So just running, still running. Yeah, it was succeeded. Let's see, are you getting decoded value from the environmental variable? Sorry, we are getting encoded value and we are decoding or not. Let's initialize variable. I have initialized decoded test and list rows. Here I am getting environmental variable definitions. Are you getting or not? Let's see. So more 200 means we are getting. Next, I'm going to environment variable definitions and I'm mapping that environment variable definition ID with environmental variable values. Let's see variable values, and you can see here I have shown the advanced friend, right? This is the value of the environment variable values. Are you getting this or not? Yeah, you can get the same value here. So we are getting environmental variable default, sorry, current value from the environment variable values. And now here we are decoding it. Let's see, are you getting same learn and tech or not? Set variable, let's see, we are getting learn and tech.